Here we are again, behind the Stage Left bar. Mark Pascal, Francis Schott, StageLeftWineShop.com, Stage Left State, Catherine Lombardi, and it is picks from the cellar. All of our wines are approved by both of us, because if one of us doesn't approve of the wine, but the other one likes it, the one guy calls the other guy a jerk, and then the wine doesn't come in, right?
So we're going to use a different word.
Who knows where this can be censored. So, but all of our wines meet both of our approvals. So there's no wine in our shop that either one of us objects to, but there are certainly wines that are more in Mark's school than mine. And so our little project has been to go out. Mark picks a wine, I pick a wine, head to head. Here we go. Mark Pascal, what's your wine today?
All right, so I'm drinking a wine from Tobias Winery called Formation. Now, Formation just has a California appellation because it's both from Mendocino and Sonoma, so they can't put either on the label. Wonderful, wonderful fruit characteristics that come. It's 80% Cabernet, 20% Malbec. So they can put Cabernet on the label because there's over 75% Cabernet. So it says Cabernet on the label, but it's big, juicy. Again, your people who like these two types of grapes, they go great together. Bordeaux did this for a reason, put these two grapes together. You're gonna get, this is really a fruit-forward Cabernet, but it's punching out a weight class. This is a wine that's around $30 a bottle, that if I paid 40 or 50, I'd be perfectly happy. There's a lot of $50 Cabernets that are not anywhere near the quality of this wine. Fruit forward, juicy. You need to want to have that kind of wine. You really taste the Cabernet juice, but that Malbec comes up behind it and really kind of makes this even fleshier, and a really, really delicious Cabernet blend. But again, mostly Cabernet. You get that kind of purple Cabernet fruit in there. But the Malbec really give this more flesh than you'd expect from most California Cabernets.
Okay, love that wine. Love the 20% Malbec because that's a high percentage of Malbec. Love the using of two appellations because that, theoretically lowers the value of the wine, but it's not just a random appellation, some crappy appellation. So
right, you get the benefit of it being from two appellations,
yeah.
Right? They can only put California on the label. They can't put Sonoma. Put Sonoma on the label, this is a $50 bottle. Because you can't do that because you put a California appellation on it, it's a $30 bottle, and we gain from that.
Or even if you put Mendocino on the label, you up the price.
Absolutely.
Anyway, okay, so I agree, great bottle of wine. However, it ain't Prokupac, man. So this is geeky wine that is amazing. So this is a blend of mostly Prokupac, which is a grape that's indigenous to Macedonia and Serbia, and Cabernet Sauvignon. It's called Sub Rosa. That's the proprietary name for the blend. It is made by a wonderful producer called Vino Budimir, and they're in Zupska. They're in Zupa. So this is a Zupska wine. Okay, I know you've never heard of Prokupac before, but it's amazing, and it's completely different. Yet it's sort of in the frame of reference for those who like Cabernet, and it blends beautifully like a Super Tuscan blends Sangiovese with Cabernet Sauvignon. So does Prokupac blend with Cabernet Sauvignon. This is a 2007. As I'm speaking to you, this is 2020, so this is 13 years old. I found this wine when I was at the Balkan International Wine Conference in Sofia, Bulgaria in 2014. And I fell in love with it then. And I love many of the wines from Vino Budimir, and I would seek them out. But the 07 Sub Rosa in particular has
just an incredible vintage. We've had other vintages of this wine,
lovely.
And it's really good.
Lovely.
The 07 has something special about it.
And so, I'm really close with these guys now because we have sold a lot of this wine over the years, and you may see that we still have the 07 years later, and it's because they're sending it for us because we still love the 07 and they have a significant amount of it in their cellar. Prokupac is when I was at the Bulgarian International Wine Conference, there were a lot of mediocre wines there. There were some great wines there, and what some producers who were very well funded were doing that was wrong-headed was they were making Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon and Chardonnay, and I was like, the world has enough of that, number one, and you're not going to do that better than other places, number two. But they have wines that the world needs that they've never heard of, and Prokupac is one of them. This is the best single expression of Prokupac I've ever seen, and as we've watched it age for the last 7 years, it just gets better and better. It's absolutely perfect. Structure, if you like Bordeaux, this is your friend right here. So anyway, so I go with the Prokupac Cabernet blend Sub Rosa from Vino Budimir.
So Francis went 11 years older than my wine. He went a few dollars more expensive than my wine. And honestly, tough to beat this one. Okay, Cabernet blend, gonna appeal to everyone, but for a change, and this will almost never happen, this Sub Rosa is a special wine and wins this battle, I think, easily, because it's just an extraordinary wine that you've never heard of. Anybody who you give this wine to is going to be shocked and amazed when they open the bottle. Cabernet, you're not going to be shocked and amazed. You know what to expect. Sub Rosa, gonna blow you away every time you open the bottle.
I won, and he admits it. It's really made my day. Thanks for joining us today.
It is an almost never thing, so don't get used to it.
I hope you enjoy these wines. As always, you feel free to reach out to us at StageLeftWineShop.com. You can find these wines at StageLeftWineShop.com and so many others. We hope to see you soon. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.